heavy stuff.
We're doing three classes tonight.
2 to 3, but don't mark them as 1, 2, 3. Just mark them. So if there's 3 classes of Vayechi, there's 3 classes of Vayechi. 2 classes. 2 classes.
Chazak.
Yeah. No, don't make any no numbers. You know, by the way, that there's no beracha in numbers when things are counted.
Oh.
You know that?
No.
There's no numbers. There's no berachot when things are counted.
That's why I never check my bank.
Smart man.
Yeah.
All right. So the first one we're gonna go Dalid. Everyone go to Dalid, which is number 4. Could everyone make a plate? What? 4. Dalid.
Good one.
Yeah. This one I said at the what's it called to the soldiers last night. Yeah.
Oh, Gavaldic. How'd it go? Did
Very
anyone
well.
record
Everybody
it?
stayed. Everybody stayed. Nobody left.
Any video? Any recorded?
No, I'm sorry. I forgot.
I would've come.
I know. I told you we were doing it. I didn't want to.
Just Dalid?
Dalid.
Next time. Good to see how it was first time. There'll be other opportunities, no?
Yeah, no, I told them whenever there's a base that wants whatever, I'll go.
Amazing.
Okay. All right, so let's go to Dalid.
Wait, Dad.
Oh, my boy.
You did it in Shema without any cameras.
Daddy.
Yeah.
Imolakach.
Vayechi. Go to Parshat Vayechi. Wait, is that the right one? Go to Parshat Vayechi. Yeah, it's the right one.
Yeah.
You're not expecting?
He is over here.
Jomiz.
After Mikhates.
Jomiz.
After Vigash.
I love you. I'm about to start class. Can I call you back?
Yeah.
What's up? Tell me quick. Driver?
Slowly, the Chevra are coming.
Okay.
Okay, what time to what time?
Oh, Yosef.
Where?
Beautiful.
Where? Over here?
All right, I got you. Don't worry. Done. Consider it done. Consider it done. Love you. Consider it done. Consider it done. I don't care. Let the hotel scream if they. I don't care. I love you. Don't be sorry. I don't care. It's fine. I love
Vayechi next week. You got it?
Really? I come first. So nice. Oh, nice.
All right, hold on, guys. Before we get started. Amen. Come on, set him up. Yosef, make a plate. Come sit. Okay, make a plate. Papas, I put some extra spicy stuff on it. Hola, ¿cómo estás? All right, mira, tiene problema muchísimo.
We're doing a class in Spanish tonight, guys, by the way.
Mira, la amigo de mío necesita un camión domingo.
Prime time work.
Y yo pagar I know, yo sabes, es muy peligroso, pero yo no tiene option. Pero mira, yo pagar el chofer.
So Mordechai,
You got a
Zevi,
chauffeur,
tell me
you
about
got
what was the last few days like? You went to all the places, no? Mordechai,
Went to the helicopter.
next week you're going to teach us? You did?
Alvin? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he did.
No, you don't see the. No, Eduardo, no, yo necesito una persona que quiere mover. Mira, dígale a él, yo pagar el 200. Y yo pagar él. 200 yo pagar. Es un favor, mi amigo. Él tiene problemas. Yo quiero ayudar.
We'll have to do classes in Spanish, coming attractions.
He's a dependable driver for me.
Claro, sí, yeah. Sí.
Show the camera.
Por favor. Pero Eduardo necesita ayudar a mover todo. Él no puede dormir. Necesita ayudar y
That
mover.
was close.
Funny, right? Hey, what's up?
Nice helicopter.
Claro. All right. Gracias. Okay, bye. Gracias.
Okay, which Torah are we doing, Rabbi?
All right, Daled. Everyone go to Daled.
Daled, in Parshat
Yeah.
Vayechi.
Well, it's because you have the guys coming, but why can't we sit all together? Why you have to sit apart from me? No. All right, so move the table over. Move the table straight. Yeah, move the table straight. Sash, he knows what to do.
How did you get that then? Naughty boy.
All right, go to Daled on Vayechi. This week is Hazak Venit Hazek. It's beautiful. Yeah. So it's a great derasha. It's a great derasha. You don't even know what I juggle. You don't know.
Espanol.
That's nothing. Yeah. All right, so listen. A lot of noise for one person. All right. So look, we're gonna go to Dalit. We're gonna go to Dalit first, right? The pasuk says, "Sim na yadecha ta'at yerechi." Mr. Bloomberg, how you doing?
Fine.
Okay. Sim na yadecha ta'at yerechi. Right? What does Yaakov tells Yosef? He makes him swear. Okay. He makes him swear. Tell him, "I don't want to be buried in Mitzrayim." But he doesn't just tell him once. He really tells him twice. He makes Yosef swear 2 separate times. Okay. Let's see how. The first is Simna Yadecha Tat Yerechi. Show him where the place is?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, we show him where it is. Rashi says, well, what does Rashi say? When Yaakov tells Yosef to put his hand under his thigh, Rashi says, Vahishavali, and swear to me. Okay? Kasher, very hard to understand. Lama Yosef lo nishba lo miyad. Why didn't Yosef swear to Yaakov right away? Why did Yaakov have to tell Yosef, swear to me? The first, okay, if you look at the Petzukim, it says that he.
Well, why should Yosef have to swear automatically if Yaakov's asking him?
So why did he say yes?
So yeah.
It says, look what it says. Hold on. ויקרבו ימי ישראל למות, ויקרא לבנו יוסף, ויאמר לו, אם נא מצאתי חן בעיניך, שים נא ידך תחת ירכי, ועשית עמידי חסד, and don't bury me in Mitzrayim. Okay, and what does Rashi say? It says, way to go. Levehi Shavah, right? Put my hand under, put your hand under and swear.
It's based like what Abraham did.
Well, no, so right, yes, which is normal. But you wouldn't. But if you look at the pasuk later, it says over here, "Vayomer vehi shavah li vehishavah lo." Then he swore to him. Why didn't Yosef swear to him the first time he put his hand under his thigh? Again, Sasha, can you open the door a little? Just crack it. I want you to crack it. Look, the pasuk says, "Sim na yedecha ta'at yedechi." Right? Yaakov tells Yosef, "Put your hand under my thing and swear." Dov, how you doing? We changed the forum. We're doing shorter derashot,
By the way, I like it.
right? And this way we can get 3 different concepts that leave it open instead of one big one. So to make, but it's gonna be more serious. Okay, approved. You approve this message, Mr. Bloomberg. You good? Good. So okay, Yaakov tells Yosef, put your hand under Yerechi, right? And what does Rashi say? It swear to me. The first question is, why does Yosef not swear to him the first time that needs the pasuk to say it again after? The pasuk of Sim na yadecha tat yerechi is a pasuk kaftet. The pasuk of Vahishavali is a pasuk lamed aleph, 2 pasukim later. Why did Yosef just swear to him the first time? Rashi says, put your hand under my thigh. Why? It's a form of swearing. Swear to me that you get me out of Mitzrayim. That's kaftet. Why does the pasuk later? It says Vayomer Hishave'ali, swear to me. Vayishavalo. Then Yosef swears. Why did he do it the first time? Why do you need the second time? You good?
Yeah. Good.
And if you want to say that he did swear right away, then the question is, why did Yaakov have to repeat it? So it's either a question on Yosef or on Yaakov. Yaakov should have said yes the first time. If he didn't say yes the first time, which you see from the pasuk in black and white that he asked again, why didn't he say yes the first time? What was he waiting on? And if he did say yes the first time, then why did Yaakov have to repeat the question and ask him to swear twice? Why did he say it again?
Just remind me the assumption. Why are we assuming that Yaakov asked him to do it on the first time?
Rashi says,
Vishavali.
It says, that's automatically.
Vihishava, and swear to me.
Okay.
So Rashi says swear. Yes, swear to me.
Okay.
So swear to me, what's the problem? Why didn't Yosef swear to him the first time?
Okay.
That all of a sudden you have to bring another one. Right. So that's okay. And also, why does he use the word? Hold on. Okay, so that's the question. The question is, why 2 Shavua? Why 2 swears? Why is Yaakov asking for 2 swears? Huh? Oaths, sure. And another question we have on Yaakov is, why does it say Simna? Please, Lashon Bakasha. You say that to someone you just met. You don't say that to your son. You tell him, put your hand under. You don't say, please put your hand under. Very formal. Very formal. Right? But then after, if you look at the second pasuk, it says, Vayomed vehishavali. He tells them, swear to me. Commandment.
The whole thing with Yaakov and Yosef is that Yaakov sat up when he greeted Yosef. There was a certain amount he realized that Yosef has it.
Fine. So then, why did he command him the second time? He says, "Vishavali."
As much power as Yosef had, he was still under the command of Paro. Okay, so if he didn't,
That's not the question. The question is, why did he? If you want to say that, then why did he swear him the second time in a forceful way?
Because he realized that he's going to do whatever he can to get him out. But the second time with the under the thigh, the whole thing, that is a much more. That's a next level of oath.
The hand under the thigh is what is our family thing. That's what Abraham did. That's our way. Our way is we put a hand under the thigh.
No, it was always my understanding that was.
Or maybe the way other times. Either way, it was the way.
I thought it was the way because they were doing a brief, even though they were in command.
Right. And so really, by the way, what is it? Put my hand under your thigh. It's hold up your brit milah and swear on the brit. That's what they did.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a much higher level.
Right. And that is the nice one. That's the nice one. When he says sim na is lashon bakasha, please.
Okay.
Not to see if you wanted to talk about the heavy one, then put the heavy word with the heavy oath.
It's his son.
I hear you. Okay, fair enough. Right. At the end of the day, your father's your father. I got you. Remember I told you last week what my father said when he borrowed my Tehillim book, and he asked me, he goes, "Who wrote those? Who wrote the notes in the book?"
You're wrong.
I go, "Me." He goes, "They're wrong." Okay. So as im amad lo b'shot sivui shavali, right? Just like the way a father, Yaakov, the way a father commands his son, that's fine. But why does it say li? Li is extra. If you want to be tough, then be tough. If you want to be nice, then be nice. So you want to use the heavier swear, which is holding up the thing, and at the same time, bebakasha, you're giving lashon na, a nice way. But on the sivui way, the much tougher way. He's telling him, he's saying, Vishavali, swear to me. Why didn't you say Vishavalo? Swear, do it. More of a commandment. Why did they use the word li, me?
I'm gonna shut up.
You don't have to, guys.
He understands Yosef's predicament. That's why he said, please. Okay.
That it doesn't answer why wouldn't he use fine, but why does he say Vishavali, swear to me? Just say swear. Yishava is a strong lashon. Use the strong lashon. Don't say I'm going to hurt you. If you act like you're
Sir.
Right, sir. Right, I'm going to hurt you, sir. Right. It's not. Either pick your poison.
Do everything that you could possibly do in your.
But that doesn't. It doesn't answer the question. The question is why are you using a strong lashon of a sivui, but then at the same time you're saying li to me. Not the na. The na is the bakasha. That's the first one. The second one is an extra letter or extra word. Li to me. Swear to me. Why should you say swear? That's the thing. Okay. Here's the thing. And after this, we're taking the art scroll away from Yaakov because I'm tired of trying to cover. Okay, that you're not right when sometimes you are right. In the beginning, metahila. לא היה יכול יעקב לצוות ליוסף בציווי גמור שלא יגברר במצרים. Yaakov cannot demand from Yosef to confirm, not to commit, to promise, to guarantee, okay, that you can take him out of Mitzrayim. Why? Because it's not up to him, like Yaakov said. Why? Because maybe Paro was exactly okay. We don't all have to say it. We all know, right? Yeah. Why? But why would Paro say no? Why would Paro not want Yaakov not to be buried in Mitzrayim? Why not?
Because he realizes it says he's a bracha. Rashi says why? Because he wanted to turn into a Zera.
No, that's why Yaakov didn't want to be buried. But why would Paro want Yaakov to be buried in Mitzrayim?
Because Paro probably understood that with the
Yaakov or Paro? We're talking Paro's mind. Yeah.
Paro probably understood the fact that if Yaakov was buried in Egypt, Egypt would continue to prosper.
Perfect. That was the golden egg. 2 years. Sit down. Yaakov. When did Yaakov come down to Mitzrayim? Year 2 of the famine. The famine stopped. Right? Because Yaakov gives a beracha to Paro that whenever he goes to the Nilus will rise for Paro, and by doing that, you mashkeh all the sadot, and no more famine. That was made in Be'eri, or the south. This is Arak. Yeah. Whatever, it's lemony. So why? So that's exactly why Paro would not want it, because no, we want to see him. He's the one that stopped the thing. He's the one that gives us all the what's it called? All the shefa. We want him here. He ain't going nowhere. Then derech, and it's not proper for a father, Yaakov, to make his son promise on something that is talui bedat aherim, that is talui to other people. It's not fair. It's not the right way for the father to ask something from the son if it's not up to the son to be able to get it done. Right? It's just normal. Remember, we said the first one, to put your hand under my thigh. Why? Please. What does this mean, please? What was the swear that he asked him to do? That he would try to do everything he possibly can to get Paro to let him go. That was the thing. He made him swear the first time. But what was the thing that he swore the first time? Anything to let me go. Do anything you can to get me out of Mitzrayim and not to be buried here. But I can't make you confirm that you'll get me out of here because it's not up to you. Good? And what does Yosef answer? Yosef Eshiv, he answers, Anochi e'aseh kidvarecha. He answers, I will do everything that you say. I will do what you say. Kidvarecha, right? B'dibur shelcha. That he should, huh? Hey, Yoni. So I'm sorry.
We say what's it called?
Salafti kidvarecha. So right, okay, fair. So this is anochi e'aseh kidvarecha. I'm gonna do, huh?
Good amount of people came.
Okay, thank God. Yeah.
Even with the big event tonight.
Yeah. By the way, so by the way, we're changing the forum. We're going to take, instead of one long derashah, we're taking 2 or 3 small derashot, 30 minutes each. Okay, and we're gonna plow through. Okay, it was Bloomberg's idea. But you barely talk, by the way. Okay, so again, what does Yosef answer? Yosef answers him, I will do what you say. Ani aseh kidvarecha. The pasuk should have just said, okay, ani aseh. I'll do. What is this word? Kidvarecha. By the way, what's the question, Yoni? The question, I'll break it down for you. Yaakov asked Yosef 2 separate times to make sure I'm not buried in Mitzrayim. How do we know? The first time, it's in Rashi, where he says, put your hand, please put your hand under my thigh. Rashi says, and swear to me that you'll get me out of Mitzrayim. 2 Pesukim later, Yaakov says, Mefurash black and white, also get me out of Mitzrayim. Swear to me. Okay, what's with the 2 things? Why did Yosef say yes right away? And if he did say yes right away, why did Yaakov repeat the thing, swear to me again? And he answers, because at the beginning, Yaakov knows that it's not 100% up to Yosef to decide if he's going to leave Mitzrayim or not. It's not up to him. Because Paro is above Yosef, right? Only my kiseh will be on top of you, and therefore he's the one that gets to decide. If he gets to decide, where's he gun? You didn't bring your gun today. No. You're off, huh? I leave it open a little bit. Yeah, just to get the. So again, so Yaakov knows that Yosef cannot promise. So what does he say? What is the promise that he really gives him, he makes him make? Promise me that you'll do everything you can to make sure I'm not buried in Egypt. Right. That's the promise. And the second part, that's the first one. I'm sorry, I apologize.
You can. Now, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But do everything you can.
Right, because what you can do, you can only ask the king once.
Right.
It's not like your wife that can come to you every 4 seconds. They ask the same thing in a different way and expect a different answer. Or children, or sons, Simon. Right, but so what's the answer? So what is it? Yosef answers him, I'll do everything I can. What does it mean? He's hinting to him, this is what Yosef wants to hint to Yaakov. Remember, Yaakov spoke to him in a nice way. Please put your hand under my thigh. Because at the end of the day, it's all contingent on what Paro answers and what his mood is. If he says no, the answer is no, and you can't send him again. You can't go to the king more than once. Esther, right? Esther de Makkah, when she went, she could only go once. You can't go, but he didn't call me in a month. What am I supposed to do? If he doesn't call me, I can't do nothing. But if Paro doesn't want to give permission, There's nothing I can't do. There's no place for me to swear to do anything more because I can only, according to the law, I can only go to the king once. So the na is I'm going to follow your lead. I'm going to talk nicely and I'm going to ask the nicest way I can. And sei gesund. It is what it is. Either he's going to say yes or he's going to say no. Okay? You like that one, huh? The Rebbe told me that. The Rebbe told me that. Sei gesund. Well, the Rebbe told me, so I'll take it.
There's no like,
Sei gesund. No, there's nothing in there. No. Therefore, what is Amad lo Yaakov? This is what Yaakov says. Swear to me. What does it mean, swear to me? The second thing. Look what it says. If you tell, he's saying swear to me, because if you swear to me,
because that's what he says later on.
Tell the world that you're swearing to me. I know you can't swear to me because there's nothing, I can't do nothing about it. There's nothing I can do. But you tell the world, swear to me. You tell the world that you swore to your father that you're going to take him out of Mitzrayim, and now you put it, now it's like the ultimatum. It is or it's not. The most of the most. Put yourself in the position. Put yourself in the scenario. Look what it says. It says, by the way, She'az lo yochal paro lema'en. Then Paro will not be able to waste time or to try to stop you. Why? Like it says in the Gemara in Sotah. It says, Ale ukvod et avicha ka'asher hishbi'echa. Like you swore to him. Which means what? Paro did not want to send Yaakov up and let him get buried in Marat HaMachpelah like he deserved. He was cornered. Go do it because you swore. Bezot, and this is the Shevuah and the Tikkun and the Eitzah that he gives to Yosef. This is the second Yishava Li is not a specific Yishava. No, tell them that you swore to me. And then what does he answer? He says, I'll do what you say. Whatever, because I know that is going to the first one. I know I can't force you to guarantee that you'll bury me there because I don't know if it's going to happen. If Paro says no because he wants to be buried in Mitzrayim, you're not going to have a leg to stand on, and that's the end of it. So listen to my word and tell him swear. So because he tells Yosef, Yaakov tells Yosef, he tells him you only have one shot. So Yosef says, "Ani aseh kitvarecha." I'm going to do what you say, and then he says, "Veishavali." Tell them that you're swearing to me. And if you're swearing to me, then Paro has no choice. And that's the best shot you got. That's the best shot you got. Okay? The best shot you got. Yes.
I feel like from a linguistic point of view, why didn't Yaakov just tell him in that second time, tell them that you swore to me?
What do you mean?
Meaning, we're assuming that he had to do a second Shvuah so he'd be able to tell Paro that he swore to Yaakov.
That, according to that, that would be the first Shivua.
But the first one, Rashi said that he already did the Shvuah.
To Yaakov. But right. The second one, Zera Shimshon is saying the second one's not a real Shivua. That's the strategy. That's the strategy.
Then it should have been that the Pshat says that he did the Shvuah in the first. Because it was the real Shvuah. Maybe I'm jumping the gun. I don't know.
That's why it's called a Hidush.
But anyway, I'm just saying, like, it looks...
No, because you can't swear. Yosef can't really swear because he can't do it because you don't have a choice. What did he swear? I swear I'll do everything I can. But we got to keep it on DL. Nobody could know. So that's what you got to say. We're going to make a ploy. We're going to say that you swore to me. Say that your father made you swear. And okay, Yaakov Avinu is the one that stopped the famine. What do you mean? He brought the... By the way...
Rabbi Shimon has a question.
Yes, honey.
What if, why didn't he promise instead?
Promise and a swear in the real world is the same thing. When you make a neder, you make a neder. But actually, no, it's not true. You have a neder and you have a shivua. Two separate things. Yeah. It's a good question, buddy. It's a good question.
I'm going to take the shvuos and the darim, and we'll...
All right, we'll talk about it then. Yeah, God willing, one day you'll tell me the answer.
You know what?
Too easy.
When you make a promise to somebody, you're making a commitment. When you're swearing to somebody, then the commitment is from both ends.
If you make a swear,
that's from both ends, the commitment.
Meaning, what does that mean from both ends?
It means from the person that's that you're asking and the person that's giving.
That's the same person.
There's also an oath involved.
It's an oath, yeah. Mm-hmm. So between the two, a swear is, it's a greater commitment than a promise.
Greater commitment than a promise. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yes. Yeah. No, by the way, no, that's big, really big deal. The Gemara, the Shulchan Aruch says, don't make nedarim. Be careful not to make nedarim. Very important. It's true. Good job. So, okay, let's go. So I want to finish this one. So this is the Shevuah. This is the swear that Yaakov is going to tell, that Yosef is telling Paro that he made him do. I was sworn that I have to do this. Right? And this is, and then what does say the Gemara? The Gemara Sutta says, what? So listen. So the Gemara says that go up, bury your father as you swore. Because you swore. So because you swore, again, that's the main thing. That's exactly what Yaakov tells the people. That tells Yosef to tell Paro and to tell the world. That's your best shot to get me out of here. Good. By the way, it's still possible, like Yaakov said, that it might not work. There's still a possibility that Paro will say, too bad, I'm sorry. Not happy, right. Maybe he's still going to be tough and say no. Maybe he's not going to want to let him go up, even though you swore, okay, too bad. Make hatarat nedarim. You could do that too, You
could say, I don't care about your swears.
No, nullify your oath. Do it. Get a bed din. Get 3 guys. No, I did it.
No, I'm saying Paro could say, I don't care about your
You didn't ask. You're not going to ask when I nullified an oath. I myself nullified an oath.
Everybody's here is nullified.
You've nullified with a bed din 3 people? I don't think so. No, different. No, something specific. I did it. I called the bed din. I did it. Why? Because the Syrians have a custom not to have tahina on Pesach. Pesach, tahina. I eat tahina every day. Tahina. Okay? We eat kitniot. We don't have a problem with that. What's the problem? What's the problem with tahina? Because it's like hummus. Okay? And hummus could stop Yaakov. Be nice. Don't make fun of my traditions, all right? And hummus sounds like chametz. So when my mother told me that's the reason, what? You crazy? I'm not doing that.
People don't eat vinegar. Use vinegar on Pesach.
Okay, so I called my rabbi and I asked him, I want to do hatarat nedarim. So he goes, you sure? I go, yeah, I'm sure. I have tahina every night. Every day I eat tahina. Okay, and so we did hatarat. I did hatarat. I called 3 guys, made hatarat nedarim, and then what I'm telling you for, I told the whole story. Some of them rolled their eyes like Yaakov did. And I said, I don't care, I'm doing it anyway.
I can't roll my eyes.
Yeah.
I did the exact opposite.
You did the exact opposite.
Yeah, I did the same thing as you. I did hatarat nedarim, but that's so that we stop not eating kitniot because that's crazy. So
stop not eating kitniot.
Wait, like the in my opinion, I'm not a rabbi, but in the crazy that to not eat kitniot on Pesach when it's so.
Okay, if you did have that, I did the right way. Yeah. Very good. So look. So Paro could still tell that to Yosef. And what does Yosef do? What does he say? So now what does he say? Look, guys, come on, one more minute. Swear to me, which means what? Ishava li al dati, only on my thinking. The swear that you're going to give is only going to be on contingent that Paro says okay. Paro says okay, then the swear could take effect. And you're obligated to pull me out of here. But only if he says yes. And look what it says. About tonight. Right, very good, right? The Kohen Gadol.
It's not a real shvuah then. It's a shvuah tonight.
Tonight. But okay, shvuah tonight. But look. But to the eye of the world, it's a shvuah gamur. Everybody knows everyone's gonna know it's a real thing. And when Paro tells him, do hatarat nedarim, he does tell him that. He says, Zil, go. Ishtil ashevuata. Go and nullify your shevuah. What could Yosef say? Yeah. Yosef could say that, fine. If you want me to nullify this swear, there's another swear that I could also nullify.
The blessing that he gave to Paro.
Nope.
No.
No. When Yaakov goes, he gets out of jail. He gives the pitaron to Yosef. Sorry, what did I say? Yaakov? I was getting confused. Yosef gets. They look the same, and they both have brit milah too. They both, and their brothers both hated them. I can go on. Yosef gets out of jail, goes up to Paro, interprets the dreams. Now Paro wants to get to know Yosef more. They go inside and they have a little coffee together. And they start talking. And now what does Paro do? Start talking to him in different languages. He wants to see how much he knows. Remember, there's 70 languages. Paro knows all of them. But when Yosef responded after a while in Lashon HaKodesh, Paro didn't know. And Paro's like, I'm sorry, what? What was that? And he explains. And then the Midrash explains that he teaches Paro Lashon HaKodesh, but Paro would not be able to remember it. He couldn't, right. And he couldn't remember it. And because he couldn't remember it, he made him swear not to tell anybody. Because it's embarrassing. I'm Paro. I don't go to the bathroom, remember? He's a god. So you cannot know something I don't know. So he made him swear. So if you want me to, nullify the promise, the oath that I gave to my dying father, no problem. But now we're putting the cards on the table. And by the way, I'm not a nobody, and we can't just kill me because the whole country loves me. So you're gonna have to deal with me on the other side. So Paro said that's why he says that because you swore to him and haven't just go. You swore to him. I don't want to play games with you swearing. I keep my secret. I'll keep yours. Have a nice day. And go take your father up. Baruch Adonai L'olam Amen ve'Amen. Okay, good. Now, right? It's a good format. You canceled it?
Yeah.
And then you have to start it again.
Yeah.
Drama with Paro. We're going up into Canaan to bury Yaakov Marat Machpelah. What happens? There's 36 kings that are approaching to wage war against Yosef and Mitzrayim. Okay, they knew Yaakov died. And they said, just like we thought Paro would want to keep him in Mitzrayim because he's the good luck charm. Now that they know the good luck charm is dead, they want to try to take on the world power. Because don't forget, Egypt has all our money. They're the only ones that had food, and everything was given to them. So now we want to rebel. We want to get our money back, and we want to take over 36 kings. Okay, this is what's up. Kulam la milchama ba'u. These 36 kings came, and they all came for war. Kevan shera'u kitro not Mitzrayim. Mitzrayim is going up to Canaan, Eretz Israel. As they're coming up, you have 36 kings from the surrounding areas coming against Paro to trying to wage war against Yosef and Mitzrayim. So once they saw the crown of Yosef hanging on the Aron of Yaakov, on the body of Yaakov Avinu, they all became they got flustered. Each one of these kings removes their crown and puts it on the Aron of Yaakov Avinu. Okay? From a movie. We're gonna use the music, the background music.
Oh, you want music now?
No, I don't like that. That is not my thing. I don't like that stuff.
Were they not more afraid of the fact that Paro
how you doing?
to ensure that Yosef would return
Sometimes
to
it's just bad.
Egypt had throngs and throngs and throngs of military that escorted Yaakov.
They're going to bury. They're not going to.
No, he was escorted 100% from the Midrashim that Paro
So fine, but the 36 versus 1, I mean, it's a big deal.
No, but Paro sent his best of the best plus.
Fine, so did the 36 kings. What do you mean?
Yeah, but they were starving already.
No, they were poor, but I think they ate. No, by the way, hello, excuse me. Totally not.
It's over.
It's over. For 17 years, it's over. So they gained weight. Everywhere, yeah. The famine stopped completely. 17 years. Okay, so then let's see. Again, what does the Gemara Sotah say? It says
17 years. 5 years, it was still going.
No. 5 years. No, 7 years of good, 2 years of famine. Yaakov comes, famine ends. Yaakov is there for another 17 years.
Right.
So, whoever was skinny gained a little weight by then. COVID, we all gained. I don't know about you guys, but I couldn't get rid of my COVID weight. Still can't get rid of it. So now, what's the question? The question is, everybody with me?
Yeah.
Good. So again, what's the question? If the reason why they came was to wage war, so the Gemara says why they go to war. They were trying to prevent Yaakov from getting buried in Marat Machpelah. They were looking to stop Yaakov from getting buried in Marat Machpelah. All right, who says this? The Maharsha. The Maharsha says these 36 kings came to prevent a ploy. Why a ploy? A ploy is doing one. It's like a fake out. Well, why is that a ploy?
It's like a plan.
It was a move. They were pulling a move to try to stop him from getting there, to slow him down, because it wasn't Esav going there.
Right. So, yeah. Well, the 36 kings were different, but yeah, that's a separate thing. Let's see. So, what's the question? All right. So again, the whole purpose of why they're coming. What's your name? I'm sorry. David Shaul. Okay. Half of it I know is Charles. Half of it I know is what it is.
Shaul is the name, right?
Shaul. Yeah. So look. Can we move on? We got my name down. We're good now. We're all on the same page. Should we start on Mordechai?
He's next week.
Yeah, right. Very good. Okay, look again. So they all come to wage war, once they see the crown of Yosef on the Aron of Yaakov, everybody removes their own crowns and put it on the Aron of Yaakov. The question is, if their intention was to come for war, right, in order to stop Yaakov from getting buried in Marat HaMachpelah, why would that stop them and turn this whole thing upside down? And all of a sudden, everybody's singing together Kumbaya. It makes no sense. You're coming to wage war. Now, all of a sudden, you see the crown of Yosef on Yaakov's Aron, and all of a sudden, everybody takes off their crowns and put it on, and they start eulogizing with them. What is that? What does that have anything to do with anything? It makes no sense. Okay, look what it says. Vayechi lomad.
It's like when they went to kill David Melech, and everybody that was approaching started to prophesy.
Yeah, I don't remember that. When was that? Who's the Navi guy?
Say again?
When they were coming from Shaul, they were coming to kill David Melech.
Yes.
And everybody they were getting close, and they would start to prophesy.
Right. They all started prophesying. Yeah.
I remember that.
That was how it was back in the day. They all just used to.
No, they trained. Look, Shemuel.
No, but they were
tell Shaul, go, and you're gonna find a bunch of guys singing and trying to reach Nebuah. It's a school for Nebuah. It's not easy. All right. So because without this Gemara, it's hard on Yosef. Kashia Yosef. Why? Why did he put his crown on Yaakov's Aron in the first place? What Aron is when a person gets, when they carry, they put him in a box. Okay, so they put him in a wood box. Why? Because you have to know whatever you have in this world, you're not taking with you. The only thing you get to take you to Olam Haba is your Torah mitzvot. Not cars, not watches, not jewelry.
You said that tzaddikim, their whole body goes up.
I never said that. The neshama goes up easy. The neshama goes up easy.
You said their whole body goes
Never.
up.
No, the body's in Shema. It's in the ground.
Chis Mason.
The Hat HaMetim is different. So look. So without this Gemara, it's a question on Yosef, because why would he put his crown on Yaakov in the first place? Why? Because doesn't it say en shilton beyom hamavet? There's no rule on the day of death. Meaning, you're putting your crown on Yaakov to symbolize what? When a person's dead, there's no kings, there's no side, there's no nothing. What does this have anything to do? So v'sarich lomad, what do you have to say? What's the reason? In order, he wanted to put his crown on the Aron of Yaakov to show that Yaakov Avinu didn't really die. What? Tanit. We have a Gemara Tanit. Tanit, right? It says, right? What does it say? Right? Yaakov Avinu lo met. Right? Vehu siman muvhak shebdavka hu ra'ui likabev. This is a specific sign that he's worthy of being buried in Marat HaMachpelah, as we will see in a minute. We're not explaining why. All we're saying now is putting the crown on Yaakov's Aron is a siman muvhak, is this clear sign that he's not dead and he's worthy of being buried in Marat HaMachpelah. We didn't get to why. I didn't get there yet. But this is what he's saying. The question is, why do we need this Gemara? How does this prove what made them see Yosef put his crown on Yaakov's Aron? What gave all these kings a turn of heart? That they all of a sudden took their crowns off. What do you mean, crazy? Taking the crown. Moshe Rabbeinu was on Paro's lap and knocked the thing off because he was just playing with him, and everybody freaked out. They're like, "Oh my God, this guy's gonna take over!" And then you have 36 kings right now and taking the thing and putting it on the thing. Well, it doesn't make sense. So we have to say this. Why? Because if we don't say this, then it's a question on Yosef. Why would he put it on in the first place? We know there's no rule when he's dead. So what is he putting on the Aron of Yaakov? It's weird. right? So we have to say that Yosef is trying to hint that Yaakov never died, like it says in Tiny. Because if you look at the words of Yaakov dying, it doesn't say that he actually died. Vayikva. It says Vayikva. Right, Vayechi. We go straight to it. Right, it doesn't say that he died. Right? So, but and because of that, it's specific that he's worthy of being buried in Marat Machpelah and not Esav. And not Esav, huh?
No, it's telling him to be patient.
When these kings saw this, they understood by themselves, oh my gosh, she's not dead. So hold on, we'll get there. He just told you to be patient. Look, they need to, and by the way, when they saw this, they became afraid, right? And because they became afraid, because why is he in a box if he's alive, and if he's dead but he's alive, and he's Yosef? By the way, Yosef, you have to understand who he was. He's the ruler of the modern day world, and he took off his crown and he put it on his father's Aaron. That's no small thing. Okay, and we know that there's no on the day of death, the crown is being worn on someone else already. The body's not even cold yet, right? And then, but yet he is putting his on the Aaron of his father. Everybody gets afraid because they know you don't do that. So since you don't do that, they all freak out. They put their crowns on the Aaron. Okay, let's get there. Okay.
Basically, Yosef was doing it maybe to trick them.
Now we got to know why.
Right.
We got to know why. That time who? Now this is big. This is big. The three fathers, Abraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov. You know, Adam and Rishon made a very big sin, right? He ate from the Etz Hadat. He was in Gan Eden. He wasn't in this world. He was in Gan Eden. Can't have Gan Eden and be physical. He was in the spiritual world. He sinned, caused all spiritual catastrophe to happen, and here we are today. Abraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov fixed and was metaken everything that Adam and Rishon did. How?
That Yaakov was dead. How you saying that? Abraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov.
Because Abraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov fixed when they were alive. They did so many mitzvot and they had all the right thoughts in their head that they fixed the averot that Adam and Rishon did. Which were the sins that Adam and Rishon did? Avodah Zarah, Gilui Arayot, Shevichut Damim. Let's see.
Weren't there 3 sins?
The Asara Ma'amarot brings it down. Look, Avodah Zarah, we have to look it up. But it's known. Gilui Arayot is because for 120 years he wasn't with his wife and he had Shikla Zera Batala. For 120 years. No, I said that's Gilui Arayot. Shevichut Damim. Oh, actually, I think I know what Avodah Zarah is. I have to think again. Shevichut Damim is because he killed all the Zera that he spilled. And Avodah Zarah is something there also. I forgot what it was. I'll tell you later. Like Asara Ma'amarot, right? Okay. Again, what? Veshivhan Shela. And by the way, who's the craziest of the craziest of the Avot is who? Is Yaakov. Yaakov is like it says in the Zohar. It says, and a few places, by the way, that Adam and Rishon, he held on to Ilana de Mota Le'ama. He caused the tree of death to come into this world because that's how we got death. And what did Yaakov do? He grabbed onto Etz Hayim. He grabbed onto the Torah. He grabbed on different than what the other Avot did. Okay? Why? Grab it.
Can I open it?
Yeah, you can open it. It's right there. Take this thing. So why? So he said that Yaakov grabbed on to the Etz Hayim. So that's why the Zohar in Vayishlach explains that anybody that has a dream of Yaakov Avinu, guaranteed longer life. That whatever you were destined to, 120, all of us.
It's like the antimatter, like Yaakov is the
Yeah.
antidote to.
Just like Yosef is to Esau, by the way. We learned that together too.
Remind me.
Yosef, remember the brothers sell Yosef, they shech the Seyirizim. Remember? Seyirizim is Esav.
Right.
But the ox is Yosef. Yosef says, I can handle it. The Achim said, we got plenty. That's why the side of Mitzrayim is holding up the ox's leg, the right leg, right? When they make katreg on the B'nai Yisrael. It's crazy. Right? It's crazy stuff. Okay, so back to Arinyan. So you see from here so far, we're learning that the Avot, Abraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov, were metaken the 3 cardinal sins that Adam and Rishon did. Right? Like Sarah Ma'amarot actually have it. If you want to look it up, you can do it later. Okay, and we know that Yaakov is the best of is the most praiseest. Right, is the choicest of all the fathers. Which, by the way, yes, Midato Shema, yeah. Or that we're gonna get to that also. We're gonna get to that also. All his lineage was Shalim because everyone else had issues. OMG, no way. No, come sit a minute.
I can't.
Yo, stop with your wife. Do me a favor.
Yeah, you're a big talker. Big talker.
What do you got there?
I got a collars for your wife.
Oh, that's very nice. Who made them?
They're baking for the Chayalim.
Yeah. Does Ellie Stone know? Ellie Stone, could you text him? He texted me. A guy had a stroke. He recovered. He's an unbelievable baker. He texted me today. I asked my wife. She didn't answer me. Ellie Stone, could you text him? I'm not kidding. Could you remember this?
So what?
He has a guy that really wants to bake for the soldiers.
Oh, okay. So they need. They're making Shabbos.
So we don't have soldiers here. Why you give me this bread?
The wife was collecting from.
No problem. We are an equal opportunity lender. We don't ask questions. Okay. So now, wait, 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes and you're done. Fair enough. Now we know. So by the way, now you understand why the Avot are buried with Adam and Rishon. They're all buried in Marat HaMachpelah together. Why? Because they were the ones that were metaken of what Adam did. Yes. Right. It makes more sense. It makes sense that he also should be buried with them in the cave and not Esav. Because what did Esav do? He muftarized everything he touched. He made everything bad. Yaakov fixed everything he touched. So Esav has no right or has no ability to be buried in Marat HaMachpelah because he didn't do anything for Adam and Rishon. His eyes. Not his head, his eyes. Read the Gemara, his eyes. The Gemara says that the Hushi, right? This Hushim, the son of Dan, okay, take a staff, not a sword like we all thought, okay, and it's in Sotah. And he hit it, but he hit it so hard, it said that his eyes popped out. And his eyes were there, not his head. We all thought head. Maybe the Midrash says head, but the Gemara says eyes. I'm just saying what it says. Okay.
That piece of Gemara on the cover there.
Is it?
There's a whole text.
That's good.
And it says the eyeballs are here.
Okay. So now it makes sense. It makes sense that Yaakov Avinu should be buried and not Esav because Esav didn't do nothing. Right? Right, Dov? That he had his bed his house was complete. He had 12 whole children. Abraham had a problem child. Yitzhak had no issue whatsoever. Everybody was whole. Right? Like the other Avot, right? It says the Gemara Tanit, what does it mean that he's alive? If his lineage is whole, that means he is whole, he's alive. So that's why the Gemara says that he's considered alive. Two lines. Yaakov, he's not literally alive. He's not. He over the door. No, he's not doing that. It is because the Pesukim say when the Pasuk says Vayikva and Vayamot. If you look at Yitzhak and Abraham, it says Vayikva Vayamot. They say two things. Okay, but by Yaakov it just says Vayikva. Right, and then it says Vayisib Elamam. So what's the issue here? The issue is that Yaakov is whole. So the fact that he's whole, there's no better hana'ah that any parent can have when he sees all of his children that they're all whole. Bloomberg, you agree? Inshallah, God willing, if it's the Zera Shimshon that are learning, you should know what it says in the beginning. Okay, where I'm repeating it a lot, that your eyes should see your children and your children's children, right, surrounded, around your table, hachamim and nevonim, but your houses should be filled with only good, only money, only kavod, and v'lo yosifu mizarachem. That should not part from your zera, which means what? That means that when a person that has that is still considered alive even when he's dead. Good.
Quick question.
Yes.
Quick. Was the crown buried with him?
No. Highly doubtful. No. You can't.
Okay.
You can't even bury it with your socks. We know this from Montefiore.
Yeah.
You know that story of Montefiore?
Yeah, and his will.
In his will.
Yeah.
He writes in his will he wants to be buried with his black socks. My favorite black socks. Guy's a quadrillionaire.
Rothschild used to go in an open grave to keep himself humble.
That's crazy. Like the father probably did, not the son. The father did that.
Was
But then he sends a letter, but a lot of guys don't know the story. So he writes in his will that he wants to be buried with his socks. The rabbis, Havidah Kadisha says absolutely not, no way. Whole fight doesn't happen. Good. A letter arrives like a couple of days later or something like that from the father. He planned this. And he makes a letter, and they open up, the kids read the letter. And the letter says, you see, I'm trying to teach you. You don't even get to take your socks with you. It's a true story. You don't even get, Yossi Sosa told it to me. You can't even take your socks with you.
No, there was a guy, a very famous guy. He was a very, very, very wealthy guy. And he wanted to take everything with him. Everything.
No.
His wife got very upset with this. If he's going to take it, he's going to leave him nothing. So she figured the coffin was open. She wrote a check for everything it was worth.
They put it in there. Thank you. You know, did that also. Nebuchadnezzar, before he died, he had so much money. He made 2 giant copper boats, put all his money in it, and sunk them to the bottom of the ocean. He doesn't want anybody taking it. Nobody can have it. Retarded. People are crazy.
Trying to avoid the estate tax.
Well, it is a killer. All right, so we're ending here. Yaakov was specifically the one that finished the tikkun. Because what did he do? Abraham did avodah zarah, right? Yitzhak did shefichut damim. He sacrificed himself on the altar. What did Yaakov do? Gilui arayot. Right? What does it say? We knew Yaakov that the 30. So how did he mitaken gilu? Oh, he married the sisters. And it wasn't really marrying sisters because they each converted. And if they convert, they have no parents. So they ain't sisters. It's amazing.
Right.
They're not even related.
Right.
It's it's unbelievable. You see it? When you convert, you don't have any more siblings. You disconnect yourself from your family. So even if they're sisters and they convert, it's not like they continue going in the path of sisterhood. No, they're 2 separate people now.
They made a choice at a certain point in time. They ran away with Yaakov together away from their home. They did. They made a choice.
They did in the Sadeh. We're gonna follow you. And also, what does the Iyun Yaakov say? Iyun Yaakov is written about, I think, in year 17 something. It says the 36 ketarim that were placed on the Aron is the remez for Pa'amayim high. 18 high. To tell you what, that he's high be'olam hazeh and he's high be'olam haba. Why? Because his children are whole. If his children are whole, therefore he's still alive. He's not dead. So if you're going to try to kill him and prevent him from being buried in Ma'at HaMachpelah, it doesn't work because he deserves to be buried because he's metaken. He did, and he was by the way, even more than that, he was the last guy to be metaken. More than Abraham, more than Yitzhak. Right? And what did he do? He did the Gilu Arayot. And therefore, you can't cut off his lineage. He metaken. He's metaken. Our job in life is to be metaken. Our job in life is to fix. So figure out what you got to fix, boys, and you got to fix it. Baruch Adonai Le'olam, amen ve'amen. Look alive. All right, 2-minute break.
Wait, so just, I don't want
Yeah.
to cut you through. What was the putting the actual tarim?
To show that he's not dead. To show that he's not dead.
All the soldiers who are fighting now.
Say again?
A lot of people have kids.
A lot of people have kids. What does that mean? What does that mean? A lot of people have kids.
Because he's got kids, they're living in, and then there's the one he's considered as alive.
No, not only his kids. He has kids that are all whole. 12 of his kids are whole. That's the difference. And Abraham's not considered alive because he had Ishmael. Yitzhak is not considered alive because he had Esav. Yaakov, all of his 12 kids were Emet. Not considered. Why? No, he had Adoniyahu. You set me up.
Yeah, my own son is.
No, why? Because he's Melech Mashiach.
My own son is in the
By the way,
use.
You should
in the most dangerous part of Gaza.
You should know what.
Have a mind,
yeah, Baruch Yitzhak ben Masha. You should know.
Big missions right now. A lot of the soldiers, thousands of them.
You should know. Hey, Simon. You should know. I skipped the page. Sasha, you should know the Gemara says, we have 2 Mashiachs. We have Mashiach ben Yosef,
the first one.
The first one, he dies. He's destined to die. The Gemara in I think Sotah.
You said he died.
No, 1 second. Ramchal said that Gezerah was nullified. That Ramchal writes. Ramchal says that was actually nullified.
Ben Yosef died?
Yeah, but that's Ramchal. Okay, I don't know. But you want to mess with the Ramchal?
No, I'm saying after Shabtai they were saying.
Yeah, he got his snack too.
You were saying that the Mashiach Ben Yosef died in Ukraine.
I don't know. But the Gemara says when he sees that he's destined to die, then Mashiach ben David asks, Hashem says, "What do you want?" He wanted to give him something, and once he saw that Ben Yosef is going to die, he said, "Please let me live." And Mashiach is David. David is Melech Mashiach, so that's why David Melech Havekayam. That's the best answer I can come up with. Let's do one more. Okay. Should I fake you guys out and do a long one?
That would be normal.
That would be normal.
Up to 20 and goes to the Hail Mary.
All right, I think go to
Hail Mary?
Long religion, man.
Go to Hey.
You never know what gets in there.
Hey, no? What else did?
Oh, this is a good one. Sure. Amen. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, Roman numerals.
Hey?
Yeah, I don't know why they do that.
What did you say?
Yeah, Hey.
Hey?
Yeah.
We did that.
Hey.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go, guys. Remember, at the Zera Shimshon, share it. We've got a new website, updated website, zerashimshon.com.
Yeah, they got a whole lot updated
It's
soon.
going to get better and better.
All right, so we ready? All right, so Hey. The pasuk says, "V'asita imadi chesed ve'emet," right? Well, we're going back to what we said before, that Yaakov is talking to Yosef and telling him, "Do something good for me. Do a chesed shel emet." What does Rashi say? What is chesed ve'emet? The chesed she'osim im hametim hu chesed shel emet, she'eno metzapeh letashlum gemul.
So Zachra, they're the best.
Zaka, yeah, God bless them. So, hey, what does chesed ve'emet mean? You with me, boys? Over there, Sash, you with me?
That's in the past when it says,
Chesed ve'emet. And what does Rashi say? He explains what does chesed ve'emet mean. Chesed that you do with people that are dead because is chesed shel emet because they can't repay you. So anything you do when you dig, okay, or you do anything for the dead, they can't repay you. So it's considered labeled chesed shel emet because they cannot repay you.
That connects to the Shua burying him in Israel, I assume.
Why? No.
It's a chesed of him.
No, it's not shivua chesed shel emet. It's just shivua chesed shel emet. Look at the pasuk. It says, "Sim na yad." Actually, it's true. Ve'asita midi chesed ve'emet, but it's not connected.
Why not? The whole request that he has is bury me, and after he's dead, he will not be able to repay him. The whole context of this shvuah is in the Mavet.
Fine, but it's not a swear of chesed ve'emet. I mean, I guess it's not the. What's the point?
I'm just saying that's the connection why we call chesedim ametim chesed ve'emet.
Yes.
Because it was in the context of burying him in Israel. That was his request.
Yes, but just doing anything for somebody that died is a chesed shel emet.
Right. But
Anything. It doesn't have to be if you bury him in Queens.
Right.
Also chesed shel
I'm
emet.
saying it's learned from here.
So you learn it from him. I didn't say anything bad about Queens. I'm just saying Queens. They got a place.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, look. All right, so the Mefashim have a problem with this. Why? Okay, good night, Sai. Good night, Sai. Why? Look what it says. The Mefashim have a problem with this. Why? Because Rashi himself writes in the pasuk before or pasuk later, "Ani natati lecha Shechem ahad al ahecha." That Yaakov tells Yosef, "I'm giving you Shechem, the city of Shechem. I'm giving you one city above your brothers." Why? Because you work so hard on burying me, I'm giving you something extra. But if I'm giving you something extra, that's not a chesed shel emet anymore. You understand? Rashi's saying, what does chesed shel emet mean in English? Yoni.
Yeah.
What does the word?
Kindness of truth.
English. I don't know. It doesn't mean anything. What does that mean?
Altruism.
I don't know.
Altruism, yeah.
You guys are going south more. You're getting colder. I don't know what that means.
It means that you're doing something good with no to return.
You're doing something good. We're expecting nothing in return.
Yeah.
Okay, because not expecting, and not expecting because you're not getting. Because you also have confirmation you're not going to get it. That's a chesed shel emet. But why does Rashi comment that Yaakov is giving Yosef Shechem, which is where Yosef is buried? Why does he say that I'm giving to you because you worked so hard to get me out of Mitzrayim? You're going to get me out of Mitzrayim. You're going to bury. Excuse me. You're going to bury me. I'm going to put you. I'm giving you Shechem, an extra city.
A reward.
A reward. That's the exact opposite of Chesed Shel Emet. I'm doing something for nothing, but I'm going to give it to you. But I thought you're supposed to be doing it for nothing. Get it or no?
The fact that Yaakov did it from his own accord doesn't mean that Yosef expected it.
Where do you see the word metzapeh?
Says
Where?
at the first piska. Chesed shel emet she'eino metzapeh letashlum shelo.
He ain't waiting for it. Oh, he's not mitzvah. He's not anticipating it.
The fact that
Metzapeh means anticipate.
Yes, I don't know if that's the.
No, but it's the same thing. It's the same message of I'm not expecting anything in return.
Right. So the fact that Yaakov, from his own volition, decided to give it to him doesn't mean that.
No, but why did Rashi say I'm giving to you because of this? It's a question on Rashi.
Yes. Okay.
It's a question on Rashi.
Yes. Yes.
Again, the pasuk says "Vasida imadi chesed ve'emet." What does Rashi say? Chesed ve'emet. The words of the pasuk mean a chesed is what's a chesed?
No, it's kindness. A good deed.
An act of kindness, and this act of kindness that you're doing for me, is whenever you do it for someone that passed away is called chesed shel emet because it's chesed shel emet because I'm not going to repay you. I can't say thank you for burying me and then go back under. It doesn't work that way. But then why does Rashi say later, I'm giving you one extra city because you buried me or because you're going to bury me? It doesn't work. It's a question on Rashi. Okay? The im can eno od chesed. It's not labeled a chesed shel emet anymore. Rashi is labeling what Yosef is doing as a chesed shel emet. All right? It's a unaltered, untouched nothing. Right? It's all yours. It's all for good. I don't want nothing out of it. But you're getting shechem out of it. So why would Rashi write that? Because now why would Rashi write that? Okay. Now v'nireh lomar sheYaakov lo siva liYosef ela shelo yikbereu b'Mitzrayim. What did he ask Yosef to do? He asked him, just don't bury me in Mitzrayim. You could have buried me in Queens. Just don't bury me in Egypt. That's what he asked. Don't bury me in Egypt. That's what he asked him to do. Hold on. We'll get there. Ela sheyosef ratza leosif al mitzvah ve'hiyot hu atzmo mitasek b'gvurato. So what did Yosef want to do? Yosef, on his own accord, he wanted to be asuk in the mitzvah on himself and to add on to the thing and to send him to Canaan. We'll get to that. Okay? וכנגד מה שהבטיחו שלא יגברו במצרים, זה היה חסד של אמת, שלא ניתן לו שום תשלום גמור. What Yosef did, what was the chesed shel emet that he did? He made sure not to bury him in Mitzrayim exactly like he asked, and that's the pasuk.
The fact that he took him to Israel
is the extra. Is the extra. Now that you're going to take the shechati im avotai, you're going to put me with my fathers, I'll give you Shechem.
So I thought Shechem was like the shoulder, Shechem.
No, city. וכשהיה יעקב בסוף ימיו וראה מה שעתיד לחיות, and when Yaakov sees at the end of days what's going to happen, right? What happens? It says, הנה אנוכי מת והיה אלוהים עמכם והשיב אתכם אל ארץ אבותיכם. He saw that Yosef was going to make sure that he got buried to where he had to go. מערת המכפלה. So Yosef, by the way, Yaakov saw a lot of nevuot. We know that he tried to tell the Avot at the end of the day, so Vayamim. And the Ruach HaKodesh went away from him. And the Midrash says, by the way, Midrash says, why, when that happened, Yaakov thought, wow, oh, it scared me. You can't come in with a gun and whisper something like this. I'm sorry. Rosh over there. Top right. No. The way the Gemarot are top, yeah, that section. Really. Friday night, 2 guys came in. They didn't come in. I spoke at the base last night. So they were telling. So the guy goes, I don't know how much I can say or I can't say, but I think I walked in I sat in on a meeting I wasn't supposed to be at. But I'm like, no, it should be there. It should be there. The first that's it.
There's Sukkah, there's Pesachim, there's no Rosh Hashanah, there's Mincha. Someone's learning them.
I'll get it for you. I have it somewhere. Okay. So again, we're back to Yaakov. So Yaakov had all these visions at the end of days, and he wanted to tell, and he didn't say. But so why? What happened? Yaakov was afraid that somebody was maybe there's a pegam in somebody. Maybe someone's not 100%. Yaakov's brand is very important. He's the only one with 12 whole children. Very important. The fact now that he feels that maybe I don't, but that I don't, he gets nervous. What does everybody answer? Everybody says, no, that's not true. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. We all testify. Shema Yisrael, you, Yisrael. God is one, and he's our God, he's only one. And what does Yaakov answer? Baruch Shem, Kivod Mechuto Le'olam Va'ed. Unbelievable. On his deathbed. Even on his deathbed, he's worried that his children are on hold. And then when they give him confirmation, he thanks God for it. It's heavy stuff.
But he's done that before as well, when he didn't trust what his merits were, and he was afraid to go against Esau also. It's not the first time it's happened.
It's not that he was afraid of his merits. The Zohar says that he didn't want to use up his merits. He wanted his merits to be for his children. He wanted Davka, the merits to be for. I read it today. Today I learned it.
Save you from Yaakov's kasha. I read it today.
No, it's amazing because I found it. I didn't look for. I found it. He prayed. He prayed. The question was, if he is the Ilan of Hayim, like we learned before, if he's the one that grabbed onto the tree of life, the Torah and everything's so amazing, then what's he afraid of? Esav? He could blow him away. So the answer is that he didn't want to use up any of his zechuyot to take on Esav. He wanted his zechuyot to be left for his children. And he wanted his children. So that's why he was on his own. Good. So now Yaakov sees that what's going to happen at the end. And what does he say? That's when he tells him that I'm going to give Shechem for you. That's when it says I'm going to give Shechem. I'm going to give one over the others. That you're being taught, you're working hard, you're what lehitasek? What does lehitasek mean? To work, to be occupied, to toil. To have all good words, all good options. Okay? Bikburati was my kibura. In order leagdil kevodi, boys. In order to make my kavod greater. So you're doing that. I'm going to give you Shechem to make your kavod greater. Why? Look what it says. Like it says in the Midrash, and the Gemara in Sotah says, so it makes sense to give him Shechem. Why Davka Shechem? Because that's where he was stolen from. They took him. What do you mean? They went to throw. Where did Yosef go see the brothers? Shechem. Right. Went to Daitoina, right? Dotaina. Couldn't find them. Elian Avi or Michael, Gabriel, whoever it was, tells them that way. Goes to Shechem. The brothers see him. Here comes the dreamer. Let's take him, and that's where it happened, in Shechem. So because it happened in Shechem, it makes sense that it should be saved, that it should be given to him as a nahala. Make him whole. To make him whole. Right? And because you were stolen from Shechem, technical difficulties. And it has to be yours, and it's kedai lot that it should be his for sure. In order for that he should be buried in his own nahala. And now, right? Now, what does that mean? Ve'eshiv etchem. Shekol banav yachzeru le'eretz Yisrael keyivkod et Yisrael. What's he talking about over here?
He's talking about what you'll see now.
Be'emet lukach shav atzmot shevatim alu im Yosef. Oh.
That's it.
Oh.
He made Moshe promise to him. The
Wow.
same thing that
Wow, but I want to read the pasuk. Where's the pasuk? At the end, no? What's the pasuk? Say it out loud. Do you remember? Oh, you know pakod.
It's in pasuk. It's in Shvi.
Shvi, hold on. Oh, you guys are champs. You guys are champs. I'm like,
אלוהי הרוחות, דליתם את עצמותיי, יזהה אתכם, or something.
It's right there. It's in Shvi.
ויאמר יוסף בן אנוכי מת, אלוהים פקוד יפקוד לכם, which we know was the secret code. That Serach, the daughter of Issachar, was the old lady at the time. She's the only one that knew. Serach bat Asher is the only one that knew it, because she was the only one left.
Od Yosef Chai, Od Avinu Chai.
Right? Right? Hold on. Where do you see? Veshiv etchem. Where do you see that?
Wait, continue reading.
That's not it. Vayishba Yosef et bnei Israel lemor pakod yipkod Elohim etchem, and take my atzmotai mizeh vayavot Yosef. It's not there. Yeah, fine.
Oh, that's about. You tell me that's what time it's next.
What is the Yaakov? What does it say over there? You have it?
No, Yaakov is the one who says that.
No, so this Yaakov.
It says, "Vayom Yosef alecha v'anochi met ve'Elohim pakod yipkod etchem ve'ela etchem min haaretz hazot shenishba laAvraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov ve'yashba Yosef et bnei Yisrael lemor pakod yipkod Elohim etchem."
No, but where's the pasuk? Veshiv etchem. Where's this from? Veshiv etchem. Where's this pasuk? Veshiv etchem.
Is that a pasuk?
Yeah, the way he says, "Sheharei veshiv etchem."
That must be Yaakov telling.
Look at the art scroll. It's got to say.
In my set, it doesn't have a quote. That's why.
Where is it? No, go back to.
You're on number
Hey.
Hey, the end of 5. So he says, because he's saying that's exactly what happened. That the she'af atzmot shivat. Oh, find the pasuk. Not only Yosef's bones went up. Everybody's bones went up. Dan, we know, is buried in the north.
He's right here.
Dan?
Right.
Someone told me he's in the north.
No, that's by Beit Shemesh. You have near Beit Shemesh, in between Beit Shemesh and.
They say there's a not.
Right.
Yeah, it's a real buzzkill when they say that. It's a buzzkill.
It's right.
There you have
It's right
pasuk.
after IKEA. It's right after IKEA to turn off.
That's what the
So it's
cemetery
not
is.
only Yosef's bones, it's all
everybody's bones.
everybody's
But what are the words? Veshiv
Etchem.
etchem. Yeah, I know.
Etchem is
But
plural.
where's this word from? Where is it pasuk? Where is it from?
It's from. Shivitchem.
Look upstairs. It'll much faster to find it.
It doesn't say.
Anyway, v'sharei veshiv etchem mashma shechol banav. The Yaakov is saying that all the brothers are going to be taken up with Yosef, not just Yosef, right? And Moshe did bring them from Mitzrayim, like it says, "Ve'kach Moshe tatzmot Yosef imo." And why did Yosef be zocheh that Moshe himself did it? Because all the Shevatim took their great grandfather.
I found it.
Finally,
Memchet Kaf Aleph. V'amer Yisrael
that's
Yosef
the beginning. That's not the Shevi. It's not Shevi.
No,
Shivitchem el eretz avotechem. That's the full pasuk.
One more time.
ויאמר ישראל,
Right.
יוסף, הנה אנוכי מת, והיה אלוהים עמכם, והשיב אתכם אל...
Because he sees that he spent so much time working on the kibbutz to make sure. So Yaakov is saying an extra thing. He's saying, not only am I going to give you Shechem, also you're also not going to be buried in Mitzrayim. You're also going to come back up.
והשיב אתכם.
Yes, Etchem, all of you guys, everybody there. But not only that, why was Yosef Zochet to get Moshe Davka to take him out? Because he's the one. Very good, because he was Midah Keret Midah. He was Osek with the Atzmot of his father. With his father. Okay. Yeah, can you shut the door? I'm sorry. It's cold now. Sorry. So, by the way, I want to tell you something quick. Okay. Yaakov, you see from this derasha, and you see from the first derasha that we did, is all about Yaakov always having to strategize, like we said before. Okay. I told the base, the army base, in my broken Hebrew, but I told them, I said, what is your strategy? Us as a nation, Am Yisrael, what is our strategy? I told them our strategy in this war is achdut. I told them you have to love somebody that thinks they're better than you. That thinks they're better than you. Not to like us like each other is easy. Couscous. Right or wrong? Easy. But now imagine I have different views than you. Imagine I have different views than you, and we don't see eye to eye. We have an obligation to still care about each other and love each other. That's what the Torah says.
I can't talk about you to my wife tonight.
No, you don't have to do that. But you have to love me. You got to talk to me. Can't ignore me. You know, by the way, you have to realize our job. We talked about this before. You have David and Ahav, two different kings. One was good, one was bad. One went to war and and came back whole, and another one went to war and came back with the casualties. Who do you think came back whole? The good king?
It was Ahav.
Ahav
His mom
came
Ahav
back.
was the
Yes,
biggest.
Ahav.
Right.
It was the worst of the worst Ahav.
Right.
Yet at the same time, he came back whole. But David's face is one of the four Parsufim on Kitzei HaKavod. How are you going to tell me that he doesn't come back whole? What are you, crazy?
What's this box there about scrolls? Do we need to tell everyone?
That's
It's a private order.
no, it's for Shemot. Shemot.
Okay, great.
The next
Oh,
one.
this is
Guys,
Shemot?
next week we
Shemot,
have
yeah,
English.
we got. No, we have Shemot.
What's in there? That many Shemot?
No, all of Shemot. The whole
Okay.
7 Shemot. I got 5 of each.
Amazing.
So it's
Wow.
Rabbi Zilberberg gave it to me. He gets it. So I'm buying another book case, and we're gonna put it.
Wow.
So because I want the art scrolls are good. And also we brought in 1,000 books, 1,000 sets of the Hebrew Menukad. Anybody wants to buy, I'm gonna put them over there. I'm gonna put a box. You guys pay the box because I don't want the money. Because I'm gonna lose the money. It's gonna go to the Kollel. Same as that. But we ran out of sets. We sold all the sets. You got one.
Did you pay for it? Is the question.
No. Some people did it because I said, don't worry about it, just take it, because I was just excited to give to people. All right, well, you could have got it for free. David, not the art scroll. The art scroll is a commodity. So this is right. You'll be right. David Amelech's generation had people talking Lashon Hara, had people talking about each other. Achav had nobody. They all had Achdut. You know the brother and sister that got out, one of the captives, right? Their brother and sister, right? You know what their names are? Itai and Maya Regev. Okay, now Maya, when she went into Gaza, they took her when they kidnapped her. She made a neder. What's that? This came out by Sivan Rahav Meir a week ago. Okay, why do we know this? Because she spoke to her mother Mirit, who I'm going to tell you in a second what she did. Maya made a neder that I'm going to keep every Shabbat. I'm keeping Shabbat for every week that I'm in Gaza. She was in Gaza for 7 weeks. She kept Shabbat for 7 weeks in Gaza. Okay? And last week was her 3rd week keeping Shabbat. But Mirit, the mother, is telling Sivan the story. But it gets crazier because Mirit made the same neder.
Wow.
When they got captured, when they got taken, they made the same, the mother made the same neder and says, our family is going to start keeping Shabbat. And that is why, because why did they say this? Because there was a function in Herzliya on Friday night, and they said that they were going to send her a car. I says she can't take a car because she doesn't drive on Shabbat anymore.
Wow.
Because she's keeping Shabbat.
Wow.
We are different than the Goyim. Everyone in this room, everybody listening, every Jew, everyone that's not an Arel, everyone that has a Brit Milah needs to know we're different. We're not the Goyim. The Goyim go to college, they have a dog, they have 2 children, they have the picket fence, that's their life. Okay? We are not that people.
You don't have a dog?
I don't do dogs. I have children. I don't need dogs.
Yes,
I got
opposite
children.
today, I went to visit a hospital. This woman, I walked out of the elevator.
Listen.
This woman had 6 identical dogs.
No, come on.
6 identical dogs. So I said, are they for sale? She goes, do you sell your children? I was like, she said dogs. She's like, do you sell your children? I was like, wow. Okay.
So listen.
Exact opposite.
I want to end with this because this is important. The final words, some of you guys might have heard it already. Sasha, tell me if you remember. The final words of the Pittsburgh Rebbe. Remember? My Rebbe, who I was very close with 15 years. And who told this to me was the nurse, the male nurse that waited on him on his final days. He was the one looking at the chart, and he saw that the chart numbers didn't look good. He calls me. This is at 10 o'clock at night. I have a bottle of Attic in my hand. I'm about to go out to hang out with a bunch of teenagers. I promise. Okay? In one of the tree houses in the thing. Okay, because I was hanging out with the kiruv work. Arak, it just works. and I'm walking out, and I get this call. Okay, I answer. I always have to work at night, so it's like I'm juggling. And he goes, "Hi, my name is I forgot his first name. Schneider was his last name. Hi, I got your number. You ready from who? Rabbi Shlomo Katz.
What?
Yes, Rabbi Shlomo Katz. I heard you were close with the Pittsburgh Rebbe, and I'd like to tell you his final words. 10 o'clock now. I'm like, I'm bawling. What was his final words? He tells, first of all, he had to get it out of him, because what does he say? He tells him, Rebbe, tell me some deep Torah. Like one of these guys. So the Rebbe says, I can't, I'm very tired. So he tells him again, Rebbe, come on, you gotta know something, you gotta tell me something, Rebbe, tell me some deep Torah. So the Rebbe closes his eyes, he takes a deep breath, he goes, okay, I'll tell you. He names it in a Rebbe with a very long name, his father. I didn't know the name. I wrote it down, and then I asked Schneider to send it to me in a voice note, but then I got a new phone and I don't have it anymore. But he says, the pasuk says, Shiru LaHashem Shir Hadash, Teilato Pikal Hasidim. We say it every day. You should brush up. Say it every day. He says that throughout the generations, we've always rode on the coattails of the Gedulim. Baba Sali saved thousands of people from dying, he died. It's a separate story for a separate time. But he sacrificed himself. It was a Tuesday. He died on a Shabbat. Tuesday, he said, I got the decree annulled. He was so happy. He made a Seudah Udah. That Shabbat, he died. Okay? We always survive off the Gedulim. We have 10 songs that the Jewish people have written. 9 of them have been written and said. As a Shir Moshe, there was one by Deborah, right? By Torah Deborah. There's all different songs. Okay, the 10th one is not going to be done because of the Tzaddikim Zechuyot. The 10th one is going to be done by common people like me and you. And I'm telling me, I didn't say the Rebbe. I'm just pointing out regular people. Shiru LaHashem. Sing to God, Shir Hadash, a new song. Tehilato, his tehillah, his praises will be said, Bikhal Hasidim. What is Bikhal Hasidim? A kehillah. When everybody comes together and says, do you need help? Do you need something? Can I help you? I don't know you, but I want to know you. Do you need help? Do you need money? What can I do for you? Just one chesed. Just one chesed. It's literally it's just like that. Those were his final words, and then he died. Then the Rebbe died. We have to understand that we are different people. We are not the goyim. We don't act like we're absorbed in the culture. You want to be part of, I'm very much part of society, but I try very hard to remove myself from culture altogether. And I'm functioning. I ain't a weirdo. I'm around everywhere. Everybody knows me, thank God. It's such a, right? Don't tell me it's not possible. Because it is. Okay? It is. Why is it? Because you have to attach yourself to God and only God. Yesterday, I had a very big problem in business. Okay, trying to get 2 new hotels, 2 new accounts, but I find out that, and they're on board, ready to sign, and it sounds great. What happens? They're all under the same management company with 3 other properties that I also do. The head G, whatever, she decides to call the other 3 properties, see how things are going. Which I don't have to tell you. No one, don't ask anybody about their laundry services, because it's just the answer's never good. Because there's always a problem with something. There's always something. There's always be proven. So she gets bad reports from all 3. Now it messes up the 2 new ones that I'm trying to get, and now I got 3 more problems I have to deal with. You follow? It's not. It was real serious. And I have 5 problems. And all this happening 30 minutes before I'm going to the base. Okay? So then, I hang up the phone, and my emotions were like, I was like a ping pong. Why ping pong? We learn in Shad Bitahon that everything happens from Hashem. And everything that happens is emet, and it's from, so it's you for you. It's good for you.
Don't blame the people that are part of it.
It's on you. It's whatever God's doing to you. But at the same time, I have 5 giant problems now that I have to deal with. But I couldn't get myself to be upset, but I couldn't get myself to be okay. So I was in this limbo area, and it was just. And I texted my wife. I told her something like, "Sha'ar bitachon." I can't get after learning Sha'ar bitachon. I can't get upset. I didn't tell her what it was. I never tell her what it was. I just wrote that. She didn't understand what I was saying. I had to say something. That was my exit. That was my exhaust. That's me getting it out. I couldn't deal with it, and I just I'm dealing with it. I'm gonna deal with it. God, I'm gonna deal with it. But understand, we go by God. We go by Hashem. What? I'm trying to. I don't know yet. Okay.
Bezat Hashem.
Amen. Bezat Hashem. But you know. By the way, it says Hashem Yimloch Le'olam Va'ed. Same gematria. We're gonna say Kaddish now. Same gematria Shalom. We have to have peace, and if we have peace, Adonai Yimloch Le'olam Va'ed. You'll be able to reign forever and ever. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen. Amen. Rabbi Chaim Kanievski. Amen. רצה הקדוש ברוך הוא לזכות את זה לפיך את בעלם תורה בזו שנאמר אדוני חפש למען צדקו יגדיל תורה ואדיר. אמן.